Welcome back to the Av Attack. I'm your host, Prescott Chambers. The Avs fight till their last breath, but still fall to an elite level goalie in this game. 67 of 82 at home versus the Dallas Stars. Both meetings between these two teams have ended with a score of 5-4 in the shootout, with each team getting a win. Dallas in the first matchup and Colorado in the last meeting. The Avs are on a 2-game losing streak and got straight up dog walked in their last game against the Penguins with a final score of 7-2 Pittsburgh. That loss made me forget to mention that Nathan MacKinnon has now reached at least 110 points in 4 consecutive seasons, making him and Nikita Kucherov just the 6th and 7th players to reach that feat. The Stars are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games and are entering this one off a 6-3 loss to the Mammoth in Utah, so both teams are looking for some redemption. Starting goalies were Jake Ottinger and Scott Wedgwood. Period 1. This one has a lot of tension in the opening minutes. At 2:06, Zakar Bardakov gets sent to the box on a tripping call, giving Dallas their first power play. The Avs are able to kill it off. It starts to get physical with both teams laying solid checks. Nichushkin gets a breakaway that gets saved by Ottinger. 10 minutes in, and the only shot on goal is that one. Leon Bichel gives Nichushkin a shove, knocking him down after a whistle. A ton of big hits are happening all over the ice. Wedgwood makes a gorgeous save on the Stars' first shot on goal. At 17:10, Jamie Benn heads to the box after a holding call on Brock Nelson, and at 18:33, Cale Makar puts one in the back of the net from the doorstep for his 20th goal of the season, making him the first defenseman since Ray Bourque to have 3 consecutive 20-goal seasons. The assists on that one coming from Nazem Kadri and Nathan MacKinnon. And after the final seconds tick down in the first, we head to the second with a score of 1-0 Avalanche. Period 2. Dallas is trying hard in the opening minutes of this period to tie it up. Bardakov lays a good reverse hit on Adam Ernie. The physicality is still flowing early in the second. Cale Makar lays a huge hit on Miro Heiskanen. Then at 6:18, Jason Robertson is able to tie it up on a rebound. Nathan Bastian and Tom Harley on the assists. This one feels more and more like Game 7 of a playoff series as time goes on. With 6 minutes remaining, shots are 17-8 in favor of Colorado. The refs aren't calling much of anything up to this point. Malinsky takes a stick to the face and MacKinnon gets tripped up with no call. With just over a minute left, MacKinnon has an amazing chance and Ottinger flashes the leather and gloves it point blank. MacKinnon throws his head back on that one because that should have gone in. That was an incredible save from Jake Ottinger. We get a bit of a scrum. Then Makar and Bunting both go to the box, Makar for interference and Bunting for embellishment, and after 2, we're tied at 1. Period 2, we get a minute and 35 seconds of 4-on-4 that spilled over from the Makar-Bunting penalties. Ottinger is still standing on his head, but the Avalanche are doing a solid job keeping it in the offensive zone. There haven't been very many shots on goal in this period, but a lot of good work creating opportunities for the ones that have made it there. At 9 minutes into the third, Parker Kelly draws a hooking call, giving the Avs just their second power play of the game. Makar rips a one-timer from his own rebound that flies right off the crossbar back to his stick. This unfortunately gets saved, otherwise it probably would have been one of the coolest goals of the season. The power play gets killed by Dallas, and like clockwork at 12:27, Colorado gets called for too many men once again, giving the Stars their second power play of the game. That's 2 games in a row that they've gotten called for that, though, and I'm gonna lose my marbles if this continues to happen. Wedgwood makes a gorgeous point-blank save, and the wedgie chance rain down. The Avs kill. Burns takes a huge hit from Colin Blackwell. With 3 minutes remaining, shots are 29-13 in favor of the Avalanche, but after 3 periods of regulation hockey, we're still tied at 1. Overtime, Miro Heiskanen gets the first shot in OT that gets saved by Wedgwood. Marty Necas dekes everyone and risks one that gets saved by Ottinger. McKinnon almost puts one in the net. Wedgwood makes 3 consecutive saves that make the crowd go wild. Every skater on the ice was just dancing in this overtime. But after 5 minutes of 3-on-3, we still solve nothing and once again head to the shootout. In the shootout, Jason Robertson goes first for the Stars, and Wedgie makes an insane, sprawling glove save to stop him. Nichushkin steps out first for the Avs and gets stopped by Ottinger. Matt Duchene skates in second for Dallas, and Wedgie makes an easy save on him. Marty Necas takes the second shot for Colorado and goes over the top of the net. Wyatt Johnston is able to put it over Wedgie's glove, top shelf, to score one for the Stars, making it up to Nathan McKinnon, and he takes it in way too hot and goes wide left to put this one in the bag, with the final score in the shootout of 2-1 Dallas. Overall, this was just a dogfight, and everyone put in the effort, but at the end of it, we got out-goalied by the Otter. Jake Ottinger saved 33 of 34 for a .971 save percentage, and it was pretty outstanding performance, to say the least. It was just insane. The Avs moved to a record of 44, 13, and 10, and are 1 win away from 100 points on the season at 98 points. Their next game will kick off a 4-game road trip in Chicago, Illinois against the Blackhawks. And until then, as always, I'm your host, Prescott Chambers, for the Avattack. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.